Hello everyone, my name is Luchara, and this is Man Games Tycoon 2 Legendary Difficulty Let's Play, episode 79. We're really getting up there in episodes. Making my first free-to-play game, mostly for the achievement, because I have pretty much all the achievements at this point. Just got to reach 2050, and we got to buy 30 NPCs, developers or publishers, which I have a bunch of money right now. I have $9 billion. I could probably buy a few of those, and then we'll have all the achievements, basically, which would be pretty cool. I've never done that in a run. And that will also give me all the Steam achievements, which would also be pretty cool. Because I don't know if I've ever done that for a game on Steam, period. I'm not generally an achievement hunter, right? So, all right, so 1.1 billion, 1.9 billion, 1.2 billion. Yeah, we could definitely buy a bunch of these. What about publishers? What's the cheapest publisher? 1.2, 1.2. Yeah, let's buy a bunch of these. They're closed, but as soon as you buy them, they reopen. So buy Claim, buy Sunwork, buy Infocorp. One more, two more Intergames. Yeah, this will put us down to like 3 billion in the bank. That should be plenty. All right. So how many do I own now for subsidiaries? That's 6, 12, 18, 24. 27, 25. Either way, getting really close. All right, so let's studio settings, make sure all the settings are set to self-publish unless it's better than 90%, in which case I will publish it. And they will only develop games for my consoles, which should help my console sales, which are very good right now. The Balrog in particular, I thought it was going to lose money. Like, I thought there was no way I would ever make money off that console. And here we are, plus positive $500 million, right? Like, pretty good. All right, in the Park Baseball 12, classic off the market. That was just a budget game. Can probably release a new budget game now. Alien Slaughter was 13. Oh, a couple. Or Wizards Fight 6. We can release. And we'll do another one. And probably do a bundle as well while we're at it. Well, maybe I should wait. Maybe I should do these like during the holiday season. And not, right before the summer slump. Just a thought, but whatever. We're going to release it now. I have no idea what to call this bundle. The Super Bundle, I guess. I don't think I've done Super Bundle yet, have I? I don't think I have. So that's going to put some pressure on my publishing units. Releasing 3 games at once, even though they're just budget games. Well, 2 budget games in a bundle. And bundles always start with 0 hype, so let's change that. Let's get that hyped up. And then we'll make sure those budget games are also well hyped. And we'll go from there. They'll be profitable. They always are. They might not make a ton of money, but they'll definitely make some money. Internet ads and a TV spot. And that's at 90 hype. That'll be good for that. Duel of the Wizards 7. It made money. It didn't make much money, but it made money. But it moved over 500,000 of my consoles, so that's a win. The fact that we didn't lose money, that alone makes it a win, as far as I'm concerned. All right, the secondary development team is not really doing anything right now. I don't really think we need a free update for anything. None of these are selling super good. And somebody asked me about free updates, like they don't notice big boosts in sales when they do it, and you're not going to see a big spike in sales when you do free updates, but free updates, they delay dips in sales and kind of just extend the longevity of the game. It sells for longer, essentially. Actually, in the Park Baseball 13 we could do an update for sure. We do another update for that. Like, we won't see a big spike in sales for this when this update is done, but it'll make it sell a little better for a little longer, right? Is what the updates, mostly do. And I mean, you did see a little spike, obviously, right? Not a huge spike, though. And I mean, don't expect to see a large spike, right? If you're expecting a large spike, you're going to be disappointed, basically. Yeah. That's my thoughts on free updates. And it depends on the game, though, right? If the game's not selling well, a free update's not going to save it, which is kind of how it works in real life, right? Like in real life, if you have a bad game, you release an update that could potentially turn it around, right? But here, it's just adding costs, right? That you'll probably never get back, right? There's no No Man's Sky situation in this game. Ooh, I'm going to need more servers soon, I think, because this will also use server space, right? What was that other budget game? Or No Man's Sky is one example. Final Fantasy 14 is another example of a game that wasn't good and through updates became good, right? Can't really do that here. Updates are making your good games sell well for a little bit longer, a little bit better for a little bit longer, which is weird. I fully admit it's not really what you would expect. Ooh, Dragon Fantasy Online could use some hype too, which means probably all my MMOs could use some. Mostly Dragon Fantasy Online, mostly DFO. And then we will do the pre-release special marketing for Lead Dead. I'm expecting Lead Dead. This is my free-to-play game. I'm fully expecting this to just lose money, just straight up. I'm not expecting it to make money, but we're going to try to make money, right? And then my next game, I'm going to make a building game that is not an established IP. It's going to be a brand new IP, which I realize is crazy because I've never really done that. So the engine's already ready to go for that. So let's do an add-on, an MMO add-on for Cyclemania Online. Keep these folks occupado. Let's go like trucks or something. We have trucks. Ooh, trucks is actually super saturated. Huh. So we don't want trucks. Transportation. Cyclemania Online. Transport Fever. Which I'm pretty sure is the name of a game, right? Already. And I'm just stealing it, but that's okay. I'm just borrowing it. I'm borrowing it, that's all. Nothing to see here. And we will bug fix the add-on. And we need to market the add-on. Hard, because it's only 25 hype. We'll change that, though. We can fix that right up. Paid add-ons have a bigger impact on sales, but they also are a far bigger time and money investment, right? So it's kind of, how much time and money you want to invest with your team. Or Orcs and Ogres is off the market, made $600 million, pretty good. Or, just an add-on. Yeah, I'm going to make another server room. Just to be safe. This is far bigger than it needs to be. We're not going to auto put furniture in yet. We're gonna add the servers just one at a time. We'll just do like 4 servers, 5 servers. Yeah, I know I need air conditioning. I'm aware. So how many is it per server? 2 million. Oh, so that's an extra 10 million. Yeah, so we should be good. 10 million there. So I'm assuming when this one gets capped, we'll start using the other one. If it gets capped. I mean, to be fair, it may never get capped. But I'm expecting it to get capped. All right, so $100 million it cost me to make this free-to-play game. I hope it's good, because, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to make any money. Let's just give it a little polish here till the end of the week. And we will release right in the middle of the summer slump. But that's fine. So, if I remember correctly, I have it set to only have, like, cosmetic microtransactions right now. Those are the cheapest ones, right? So we're probably going to be losing a ton of money off this, but we'll see. So it's at negative 100 million. We'll see how it goes, right? I may add the more expensive microtransactions as we go. I'm assuming I can add the more expensive microtransactions as I go. I'm not positive on that, to be fair. Might not be capable of adding them. I'm hoping I can. We'll check here in a sec. New PC game. Building. All right, what goes with building games? Building game and real-time strategy I've done. We do strategy, eco sim, or real-time strategy. We had already done real-time strategy, so let's try strategy. No, we've tried that one. Try economic sim. Oh, okay, so we've tried them all, so never mind. So we'll go building and strategy. Let's go civilization and cities. Cities and civilizations. I realize I don't have any stars in either of these. And that's okay. That's okay. Civilizations. There we go. We're going to call this Civ City. Right? So think the civilization games meet the Sim City games. Civ City. And let's buy a good license if there is one. That's good for building games. There's one that's bad for building games. There is not a license for that. That's unfortunate. Is there one that's good for strategy at least? Not that I have. Yeah, let's do bankers. Sure. Sure. Why not? Building. We're going to go multi-platform. Balrog Pro, Mac, Ybox SX2, and the PC. Basically all the tech level 9 ones, right? Since we're going tech level 9 here. We're getting started up in those slowly. So I'm curious to see how this sells, right? Considering that it's 30, 20, 20, 30. Considering it's has no IP value. And every other game we make has at least 2 stars of IP, right? Now I could do a spin-off, but this is more of a for science thing, right? I want to see what a fresh IP can do. No microtransactions. I am going to polish Transport Fever just briefly. Just give it a little light dusting of polish. And then we'll switch to the Civ City. All right. Research team, nothing to research right now. Yeah, let's take it off pause. Let her rip. We did get that achievement. All right, so I want to see too. Price and package contents. Is that where we would add? No. All right, so where would I add? Or can I do it? Manage in-app purchases. There we go. For lead debt. So yeah, so if we want to, we're only using these cheap ones right now. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Large booth. Civ City. Cyclemania Online. Dragon Fantasy Online 2. Both my consoles. They'll be up to 100 hype. 52,000 extra fans. Never hurts. All right, so let's market Civ City here. No, yeah, let's just do poster for now. And then game magazine. Feels like it's not straight. Like my rotation. I feel like I'm not getting it quite straight like I usually do. Is that straight? Straight enough, I guess. Oh, I did the wrong one. Should have done that one first. Oh well, I wasted $50,000. It'll be fine. We will survive me misusing $50,000. Now, real life Luchara could definitely not afford to lose $50,000. In-game Luchara can't afford that, though. All right, so that's enough polishing. Let's switch to Civ City. All the rooms. Switch it over. They had enough time. That was a decent little polish session, right? Probably more than it needed. But we do want it to be good, right? So now it'll be good, in theory. In reality, who knows? I think it'll be pretty solid, though. At least I hope it's going to be solid. Time will tell. We're going to bug fix that, though. It's almost done. Speaking of it being almost done, Transport Fever, pre-release for the press. Overhype. All right, so how's Red Dead 9 doing? So we have 120,000 active players. We've had 5.3 million people check it out. We've made, so this is the weekly in-app purchases. So we're getting 600K a week. Interesting. Let's just polish that up a little bit. See if that goes to 80 to 100. Probably not. Let's just send it out. I'm hoping it will actually be over 90 because I overhyped it. And maybe I shouldn't have overhyped it. Come on, be 90. Pretty please be 90% or better. Actually, having that 0 stars in transportation might hurt us. No, it didn't hurt us. We're fine. We're fine. Everything is fine. Nothing to see here. All right. Perfect. So that's done. Let's do... What kind of game we're going to make next? What's the next trend supposed to be? Yeah, it's still 43 weeks away, though. What is it supposed to be? Let's find out. It is supposed to be interactive movie and dungeons. Okay? 100% of the players have access to internet. 100% of the players are interested in Game Pass. 59% of players like a digital version. So we can almost go digital only soon. Soon. Not there yet. Let's do a free update for Red Dead 9. Even though we're probably not ever going to get that money back because that's the free-to-play game that's not really making a whole lot right now. But that's fine. Or should be fine. Hopefully it's fine. It might not be fine. Ways, or no new applicants, I should say. All right, what can go for a demo? Oh, all kinds of games can go for a demo. All kinds of demos. Crying for. Which is good, because it gives my team something to do. Not Civ City, though. Yeah, I guess not that many demos. A few demos. Any more at the bottom of the list? Oh, yeah. Red Dead 8 Classic, which is probably almost off the market. And Horror Wizards Fight 6 Classic. Okay. Yeah, some of the demos did a lot of hype. Some of them did not so well. It's funny how there's like such a dichotomy in how well they do. All right, well, what is there anything I'm neglecting right now? Horror Wizards. It's been a minute since a Horror Wizards game, so maybe we can do that next. So update old engine. It's a third-person shooter primarily. So let's update this to tech level 9. So yeah, we'll hopefully get some more stars in that stuff soon. Well, I mean, you just got to make games, right? You can't just magically have stars appear. You got to make games. Although add-ons and contract games are a quick way to get them. It's not quite as big of as of an investment, right? But we're doing fine. All right, so how are my MMOs doing right now? Dragon Fantasy Online 2 is bleeding subscribers, but it's still got almost 15 million. Cyclemania Online is gaining subscribers. We just did an add-on. That makes sense. Dragon Fantasy Online is actually gaining subscribers right now. Actually, maybe I didn't need that server room. But, you know, better safe than sorry, right? The way I look at it. Yeah, you're almost done. So it's just a couple extra researchers. So when we do need to research something, we can get through it quicker. Because that was an issue last episode. I was kind of waiting for researchers. And I didn't like that. I didn't like having to wait for research. So now we don't have to wait for research. Right? It's the simple solution, really. All right. Special marketing for Civ City. Release for the press. Some overhype. Hopefully those work. They should. Well, I mean, this will work. Overhype did not work. Cyclemania Line Crazy Cabs off the market, made 700K. All right, so let's just do a normal demo for Civ City since the overhype didn't work. That should get us to 100 hype. If not, it'll get us close. Let's do a free update for Transport Fever. Keep that going strong. Zombie Hordes 5 is almost off the market. It did fairly well for itself, though. 98 hype, that's going to have to do. That's just going to have to be good enough because that's all we're going to get. That's all we're going to get out of it. That's okay. And hey, if you're enjoying the video, enjoying this series in general, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. So let's update the interactive movie engine. Tech level 4 is the last time we did one of these. That's a minute ago. They include the best tech level 8 too, just for fun. But what was I gonna say? If it's actually the trend, I'll probably do one. I'll do a spin-off most likely. Right? I think that's probably a good idea. Right, how are my consoles doing for hype here? 88 and 91. Let's get the Balrog Pro back up to 100. Holiday season coming. It's moving 300K a week, though. I believe, I said this last time and I was off by quite a bit, but I believe it's my best-selling console right now of this run. Yes. 4 million. All right, so it'll be up in the top 10, 20, not 10, top 20 soon. Yeah, you know, the way it's moving units, it's got a real chance of cresting 100 million units, which is pretty good. Right? You're up with the big boys at that point. The Switch Pro, oh my goodness, 209. The Y Box, 209. It's a lot. That's a lot. But hey, if you check out some of my older console focused Let's Plays, I've had 500 million units sold in the past. That's on easier difficulties, to be fair, but I still thought it was impressive. I impressed myself. And that's that's good enough for me. All right, so this is pretty much done. Just make sure all the teams have some time to polish. Oh, QA is actually, everybody except mocap is still working. But that's because we delayed when they started working on it, because we had them doing polishing the MMO add-on instead. Speaking of MMO add-ons, it's time to get a couple more out, I think. It's getting there. All right, that's good. Perfect timing. It's going to be out just in time for the holiday season. $45 seems like a fair price for that. And we're getting some stars and stuff. Although, first star in Civilizations and Cities. I think it'll still be good, though. 95%, yeah. So, you know, if we had had more stars in the engine stuff, if we had more stars in the topics, this would have been higher. But 95 is still a good game, right? Just because I almost always get 98s doesn't make 95 bad. 100% graphics, so might win best graphics, which would be pretty cool. We'll throw that on our Game Pass. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do MMO add-on Dragon Fantasy Online 2. And I believe if I continue my trend of just taking EQ2's expansions and doing a little twist on that, I believe the next EQ2 expansion was the Shadow Odyssey. We'll call this the Shadow Chronicle. Yeah. I did enjoy this expansion, the EQ2 expansion. Not that matters. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about EQ2, Luch. I talk about EQ2 way too much, and I'm aware of that. I'm aware I talk about EQ2 a lot. One of these days, I'm going to actually make a video about why EQ2 was good, or the parts that were good about it. It's not perfect. I mean, there's a reason that WoW destroyed it in like every conceivable metric. But that doesn't mean that EQ2 didn't have some good things going for it, because it did. Anyway, I love how I told myself to stop talking about it, then I proceeded to talk about it for another minute or so. Hey, I'm passionate. I'm passionate about EQ2. You know, I really should make that video. Maybe I will. I probably won't. Let's be real. I probably won't. All right. Well, this team's not doing anything, so let's do a free update for Civ City. And then we'll do Dragon Fantasy Online 1 add-on. Hey, we did win Best Graphics. I called it. Did not win Publisher of the Year, though. I didn't publish a whole lot this year, to be fair. But we won Game of the Year. And we did win Best Graphics. So that immediately will give it some IP value for winning an award. 0.4 IP because it won an award, which is nice. So how much money is my free-to-play game making? Bet $1 million a week. I mean, it'll eventually get the money back, right? What if we were to add booster packs? Let's add booster packs. Let's see how much revenue jumps up, if at all. It might not jump up at all. It might just stay the same. There's only one way to find out, right? All right, so MMO add-ons. So we got 2 MMO add-ons going at the same time here. We'll call this one Dungeons of Dread. We'll change the topic to Dungeons, which I don't think I've used that topic yet, or have I? Oh, I have. I got 5 stars in it, so that's cool. That helps. That's always good. All right. So this one is marketed, so let's market the other one. Where's it at? Right here. That wouldn't be confusing at all, right? If your office was working on add-ons for 2 separate MMOs at once. I'm sure whoever is in charge of everything, oh wait, that's me, wouldn't get confused if it was a real studio. But it's not a real studio, so it doesn't really matter. Dragon Fantasy Online 2, Echoes of Fade Out, $1.2 billion from an MMO add-on. That's impressive. Oh, how's my console doing for in the holiday season? Consoles. I mostly care about the Balrog Pro. Until the Fox gets updated to Tech Level 9, I kind of don't care about it, which is a crappy thing to say. I will fully admit that, but it's how I feel. Yeah, I probably should have had this bunch bug fixing and not doing commission work, because there's literally 500 bugs. Yeah, 20 to 40. That's what happens when you have 576 known bugs in your game. So let's bug fix first. With both of these QA rooms, the bugs should be gone quickly. I just realized I have not done pre-release stuff though. So let's do that. And we'll just do a beta demo. We're not going to overhype it. Oh, and we lost a bunch of sound points. Unfortunate. Okay, so that's done. Continue development till the end of the week. Okay. Oh, new platform available. The Nintendo MX. Finished development, self-distribution. Beautiful. And, 95%. That's pretty good for an MMO add-on at this point. All right, so sequel. Where are you at? Horror Wizards Fight 7. We have a license for that? We do not. Let's buy a license for that. Pandaram. Works for me. Not the build engine. I would prefer to use the TPS engine. Multi-platform? Yeah, let's go multi-platform. All right, and let's see this new Nintendo system. Well, we'll buy the dev kit, but it has no users, so we're just gonna stick with Macintosh for now. But Macintosh only has 20 million users, right? So I could easily replace that with the new Nintendo system, but I'm gonna wait till it gets some users first, right? We'll be maxed out on sound and graphics after this, star-wise. Be good. Everything looks like it's locked in there. So I guess there's just no new features coming, which kind of makes me sad. I know it's the future and like you would have to like invent features, but I was gonna say shouldn't be that hard, but could I think of something off the top of my head? Not really. Like some kind of advanced VR, I guess you could do. Other than that, I'm not sure. So yeah. So I have no point. As usual, Luchair's just talking out of his butt. Yeah, so we're gonna polish that. It's almost done, right? We can polish that up. And we can do pre-release for the press and stuff for it. Dungeons of Dread, pre-release for the press. Beta demo. So Dragon Fantasy Online 2 should start gaining subscribers again because we released the add-on just shortly ago. Should. It might not though, right? But it should. This number should be positive. There we go. Plus 56,000. Yeah, that's positive. Yeah, apparently I didn't need to build that second server. Oh, speaking of handhelds, new touchscreen, which means new handheld coming soon. Nice. 70 to 90. That's why I didn't overhype it. We will give it a little extra polish just till the end of the week. Okay. And self-distribution. I'm going to say 89%. I think this is our first one that's going to be less than 90. Or wasn't last one 89? It's maybe 88 then. No, 89. Should have went with my gut. Should have went with my gut instinct. That's okay. How's Civ City selling? Should we do another update for Civ City? Ooh, Red Dead's 2 million in-app purchases per week now. 1.2 million active players. Ooh, Civ City's not doing all that hot. Let's see if we can get that up. But, I mean, it didn't cost me much to make. Right? We're almost profitable already. Despite the mediocre sales. All right, so these rooms need to work on this game now. All right, go away. That's a lot of stuff that I don't need to see. Yeah, fresh IP in 2029. Who would have thunk it? It's doing okay. And I mean, it gained 0.4, but that's because it won an award. So it's worth, we'll continue to build on that, right? I don't see why I wouldn't. I don't see why I wouldn't continue to build on the foundation we've laid. What are my consoles doing for hype? And or my MMOs. Oh, Cyclemania Online could, actually, all three of my MMOs could use some hype. Dragon Fantasy Online 2, more than the other two. So it's only at 63. That's not good. That's not enough, right? That's low. So that's done. And then we'll do Cyclemania Online. And then we'll do DFO 1. Alien Horde Strategy 2 Game of the Year Edition off the market, made $77 million. That's pretty ridiculous for just a Game of the Year edition, right? And DFO 1. Perfect. And you know what, folks? That's going to do it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you like my content, consider supporting me on Patreon. Link in the description down below to that. Shout out to my patrons. I couldn't do this without them. Also, you do get early access to videos. They get uploaded to my Patreon, which also means an ad-free experience, if that matters to you. Most importantly, though, folks, be good to each other. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.